So, hello and good evening. Right, it's probably just as well I don't have my cam on because I look ragged. So, I got my adapter from Banggood yesterday and it's not been fun. As you can see, I've got a few windows open. This is basically also to show the guys over at Banggood in their customer service, as they ask for a video or pictures, that, as you can see, I've got in my device manager up here. It's showing my GeForce GTX 670M, which is, in fact, if you look down here, this device is disabled. So it's disabled. The computer's recognised my GTX 1050 Ti, but it's reading here code 43. So that's that point on it. So it's recognised, but if I'm actually running on the 1050i at the moment, even though I'm on a 40-inch screen. It's pushing it out. It hasn't recognised the laptop screen. It's looking at my HDMI screen. So I've got an HDMI cable in. So basically, if we look at the NVIDIA Tech Power Up over here, you can see the 670M on the PCI bus. It's X16 version 2 is what it's capable of, and that's what it can do. If we switch it to the 1050i Ti, sorry, I've been up all night, you can see here it's capable of X16 version 3, but it's currently running X1 version 2. Okay, so the PCI Express slot is not working properly. That is one thing. So now we go to my GTX and we look in events, and here it says device PCI, a load of stuff, requires further installation, but it's working. So I'm not quite sure, and same if we look at the 1050i, says exactly the same. So, but the numbers are different. I think, yeah, the numbers are actually different. So there's something going on somewhere, but it's to do with the PCI bus. But I've got that even on the GTX 670M, so I'm not sure. And you can see here in my CPUs, if I go to graphics, it shows the GTX 670M, but that's it. It doesn't recognize that the 1050 Ti is there, and like I said, I can right click and it doesn't come up and show that there's no NVIDIA control panel. So we've not only not got that, but if I try running anything like Heaven or any kind of graphic test, it won't run it because it's not actually running the processor. But if we look at the driver, it's the latest driver from NVIDIA from the 25th. Oh, it's actually a slightly earlier one. It's from the 25th of the 10th. But I've had the latest one in as well, and it still does it. So it doesn't matter. I've tried like 6 different drivers. I also tried installing Windows 7 Ultimate on a separate drive, and it does exactly the same. It comes up with error 43. So this is my main problem. And I mean, I can show you that it also works fine if I now enable my 670M. I've now not only got this screen, but also my laptop screens come on. So basically there's definitely an error there, and this little guy is popped up. We want to move him over there, otherwise we get these horrible graphics. So basically that's what I'm finding, and it keeps coming up with a new driver's available. Well, that's because I installed an old one, trying to find out if an old one would be better. Like I said, I've installed the latest back to when the 1050 came out. Also did Windows 7. So those are the main points. I've tried absolutely everything. I've uninstalled both of them. I've rebooted. I've tried setting the delay switch and nothing is working at all. But the 1050 itself does actually run. It's just it isn't using the actual. See, I'll switch back to it now, and it's gone back to the 1050. And with luck, it'll let me do it again. No, so I have to restart. Now that it's gone back to the 1050, I'll need to actually restart it. But you can see there, it'll switch. I can totally turn off the 670M, so it's now on the 1050, and it just doesn't work. I've got code 43. So if there's anyone out there that can help me in any way, please, because obviously this point here where it's saying that it's on the PCI Express at X1 instead of X16 gives me cause to, you know, wonder what the hell's going on with the PCI E slot. So anyhow, I hope someone can give me a solution. Sorry to have been such a boring old fart with this one, but it's got to be done, and YouTube's the easiest way to pass it around to different people. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you with better news soon. Oh my god, what's it gone and done to my buttons? Okay, I think that's the one. Okay, bye bye everyone.